Hello, welcome back to the cave. How are you all doing? Hope you're all keeping safe, because you know what it's like out there. Something a bit different today, because I've been doing annuals and I've been doing like Transformers, and I've been doing Transformers for like a long time, and I've sort of neglected doing other figures. Kind of. I've done Funkos here and there, but I thought, do you know what? I've just got a brand new Masters of the Universe figures from Super 7. I want to take a look at it, and it's this one. It's Buzz Off. I have an original Buzz Off. It's not the one I had as a kid. I did have one as a kid, but this isn't, obviously this isn't it. But I do have an old Masters of the Universe one from sort of 1983, 84, I think it was originally. This is not a copy of that. This is one by Super 7. That's basically a Filmation version of the thing. You can tell because he's Filmation, he's not original. And I'll get the other one out to show side by side in a little while. But I thought I'd take a little look at this because it's interesting and it's cool, and it's the first Masters of the Universe figure I've bought for a long time. That's like an original, I mean, rather than a classics, because that doesn't really count because they're really sort of a different thing completely. But let's take a look at this guy now. So hello. You may notice there's no Buzz Off there. Well, that's because I want to say, a thank you, first off. Mr. Chris Vint, viewer of this channel for a long time, and also a very good friend of mine from the Masters of the Universe Chronicles, and also I'll leave a link to his channel down below, because he does comic reviews, he does like Masters of the Universe stuff as well, all kinds of stuff. He's a really good chap, and he very, very kindly sent me this guy. So, oh, hang on. Put him there like so. He seems very small over there. Well, there's a reason for that, because the camera's far away. So let's have a look. It's Stratos, lovely Stratos, who's very, very cool, and I like him a lot. And thank you, Chris. You didn't need to send him to me, but you did. I love the fact he's got his little jets on the back. How cool is that? And yeah, it just looks like Filmation Stratos to me. Very, very nice, very detailed, very cool. Thank you very much, Chris. Very kind. Also, because I'm in a bit of a Funko mood, bought myself a Buzz Off Funko as well. He was limited edition at a convention or another. I don't really know, because I don't go to conventions, but there you go. But he's a Buzz Off, and he's, like I say, limited edition. And he's got the wings like the toy, which you'll see in a minute. It's amazing. And he's got the eyes as well. Look at the eyes. So cool. He hasn't got their little helmet, but that's okay. I don't mind. And he's got the axe that you got with him as a toy as well in his little claw hands. So cool. Love that. That's really, really nice. And I like that he's got the same feet as well. Again, that's something we'll see in a minute. But yeah, Buzz Off, one of my favourite characters actually growing up as a kid, so it's really nice. Here is the original, just for a bit of context, and like I say, I'll compare and contrast at some point as well. But here he is from about 1984-85 of the line. The wings do go in, go out. He's old, so they're a bit scuffed up. He's seen better days as this guy. I think Harry Partridge sent him to me, the animator and friend of the show, an all-round good guy. I think he sent me. He's still got the power punch. I think he sent them to me ages ago. So very, very, great thanks to Harry and that. But like I say, he is old, bless him. But he still works, and his legs aren't floppy or anything. His legs still turn around as they should. Don't want to be too rough with them though, because they do have a habit of breaking. But anyway, we have, like I say, Super 7 remaking Masters of the Universe toys, and they did remake them in the sort of the Masters of the Universe classic style. They've done them in a old-fashioned Masters of the Universe style, and now they're doing them in a Filmation style. So this is Buzz Off as he appeared in the cartoon, not as he appeared in toy form. They have, however,
done a really good job of doing the packaging, and it is very similar to the old style packaging. So you've got up here, Master of the Universe Buzz Off, Heroic Spy in the Sky, as seen on TV, and it says here new because it's new for ages. Really nice, such ages 14 plus. These are not kids' toys. These are toys to be played with by older men like myself and ladies, obviously. Masters is a boys' line traditionally, but I do forget that a lot of ladies do enjoy it because they do. And, you know, all kinds of people. There we go. Let's be inclusive, shall we, in these dark times. But, yeah, figure twist for a power punch. You can see he's got a mini comic in there. But as himself, he looks very much like he did in Filmation. So the colours are a bit starker and brighter. The colours aren't as sort of... I don't know the right way to say it. So they're not as deep. They're sort of more plasticky, and I kind of like it. It's interesting, it's different, because he's meant to look more like a cartoon than a comic book. So there you go. And his face is different. I'll show you that in a second now. The important thing on this is the packaging is exactly the same as when I was a kid. I am going to open him. I will say that. But I do like all this Boulder business here, all this exploding from the package itself. I do like it. It's great. It's got the Super 7 logo there because obviously they make it. And then on the back, very much like it would have been when we were kids. For us older people out there. The younger ones maybe not so much. But it's got the great artwork there. So alongside Stratos, Buzz Off uses his wings for airborne spying missions, because he does. Again, more Super 7 goodness. They've redone the old instructions. So twist his waist, swap heads for enhanced vision ability, and pose his wings. Now obviously they wouldn't have been that. It would have been add the helmet for enhanced vision and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, it's different. And then you've got all the heroic warriors that you can buy. So He-Man, Orko, Buzz Off, Teela, Stratos, She-Ra, the Evil Warrior, Skeletor, Merman, Evil Seed's a new one, and Evil Lyn, and then the Evil Horde, Hordak in the Filmation style, and Shadow Weaver, who never got a toy originally. But yeah, like I say, really nice stuff. And it says Master of the Universe 5.5-inch action figures. Collect them all, each sold separately. I will be, because I already have Beastman on the way. Oh dear. But there we go. That's him in his package. Take a good look, because the next time you see him, he'll be out of the package and he will have been played with. So let's do it. And we're back. Not with the figure yet, but with this, because I thought this was a mini comic in there, because I've not seen these before. I've not had one of them before. But it is not a mini comic. It is a nice little postcard of some art of a Filmation Buzz Off, with his wings flapping, with his lance that he would have had, his Stinger lance, and his little hat atop his head to give him enhanced vision, as 'twere. And if you look on the back, there's a really nice sort of information card about how he went from toy to toon. And like it does say here, Mattel had initially conceptualized Buzz Off as more man than insect, named both Wasp Man and Bug Off during production. As a result, Buzz Off's animation model, designed during the early stages of the cartoon, reflected this concept, which is this guy here. But eventually the animation model will be based on the released action figure there, simplifying certain aspects of the design, because it's animation, it's Filmation animation, so they had to make it a bit simpler. So yeah, really nice little thing there, if you're interested in how things sort of get transformed during the production process. Here's the main attraction. Here's Buzz Off himself, and he looks really, really good. I'm liking him a lot. Yeah, you can definitely tell he's simplified his the toy from the old action figure, so the feet are a little bit sort of simpler. And just to give you an idea of that, here's the original Buzz Off, here's the original feet, and yeah, you can tell they're completely different, but you know, enough of the same to make it recognizable as Buzz Off. And you know, this figure obviously is a little bit taller than that guy, and yeah, he's got much more ridges and muscles, more defined muscles. Filmation buzz off on the left, not as defined. But this is the whole point of him, you know. He is an animation model design rather than a toy design, and this buzz off, like I say, more intricate in certain aspects. It also, his head seems to be floating on the camera as well, but that's because I've got the facial recognition on. It keeps cutting his head off. Interesting fact that you did not need to know. But yeah, and if you look at the back, buzz offs on the right, the toy version, the original toy version, have these little circuits and you know, greebles, I think they call them greeblies in Transformers terms, but all these little sculpted details on the wings that this one just doesn't have. Same amount of wings though, kind of. He's got two big ones that are sort of formed. He would have 4, but this guy actually does have 4. But anyway, let's have a look at the Filmation model and scratch my nose because it's very, very itchy. But there you go. Again, something you didn't need to know. He is formed in the classic Filmation style and also in the classic toy style. So he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points of articulation. He is very tight as well. He's very tight and I like it. It's not very often you get to play with an old style Masters of the Universe toy that actually feels new, because they're not. He has his little claw arms, got both of them open, whereas the old one doesn't. It's got one open, one shut, but this guy's got both. And yeah, he just looks the part. He looks really good. He's got the old sort of furry trunks there. He's got the belt that you would recognise being Master of the Universe. And like I say, the wings are different because these are two smooth pieces of plastic. If you put them up, they look like 4 wings flying, flapping around as a bee would. So he's that kind of business. It looks great, I must say. It looks really, really good. Also comes with the classic axe that he would have had, that he would hold in his claw. I was going to say hand, no, in his claw. Oops, if I can get it in. Always the problem with this figure for me, is getting it in to hold it. And he does hold it, but it does like to fall off. Here it is, it's gone back. I'm sure there's a way. I'm sure you just fit it over his claws like so. Oh, like that. Anyway, he doesn't hold it very well is what I'm saying. But he does hold it. If you futz around with it a bit, then he will hold it. But he doesn't hold it very well. Better is the Stinger Lance that I don't think the original toy came with. I'm pretty sure, I'm 99% sure that it didn't. It's been a long time, people, and I'm very old. He does hold that better because he can fit it in, and that's more designed to fit in than the other thing is. So you can have it like so. He does hold it very well. Or you can have him hold it like that, and it does click in, and he does hold it, and you can do the thunder punch. It does the thunder punch mechanism, which is always good. Lovely stuff. One last thing he does, he has 2 heads. So he's got that head he's got on there, and he's got this head, which is him with his helmet up. So all you do, very simple, literally just pull the head off like so. He's left with a stump, and all you do is fit the new head on. No muss, no fuss, no clicks, no fighting to try and get it on. It just goes on, and he stands there and he looks great. I'll just get his decapitated head out of the way there. And he looks great. He looks fantastic. Stood there as he does with his original counterpart from the 80s, from the mid 80s. They do look good together. I mean, there's no denying it. If I can try and get hold of a version of original Buzz Off, I will do. But really, this guy, if you haven't got him in your collection and you want a Buzz Off, he's really good to have. I'm really impressed. The level of detail that they've got on these things is great for what they're trying to go for. And they just look like the original figures, but tweaked just that ever so much that they don't look exactly the same. So it's a little bit different. It's something different in your collection. I'm a big fan of that. I think that's great. If you don't have this guy but you're a Masters fan, definitely get hold of him because he's really, really good. If you can get hold of this guy at some form, get hold of him. He's really good as well. But yeah, there we go. It's a recommendation from me. Super 7 are knocking this out of the park. And they're only about... if you go on Amazon or eBay at the moment, they're like £25 each, which I think is a bit of a steal for these. I think that's about the right price point that they should be for an adult collector's toy. So, yeah, get them. Hearty recommendation. That's it from me for today, though. I will be back next time with probably another annual, if I'm being honest. I've just ordered quite a few like Action Force annuals and like Real Ghostbusters annuals and like Doctor Who annuals. So yeah, I might be doing a lot of annuals on the channel. So I hope you guys like that. If you don't, I'm sorry. But I'll also be sort of sprinkling a little bit of toy stuff in there as well. Because like I said, I've got Beastman coming up. He's coming and a few other things. So yeah, please do comment. Please do subscribe. Keep yourself safe. Take care of yourselves and each other. Wash your hands. Remain indoors. Save lives and protect it. And I can't stress this enough. Protect the NHS. For now, see you later. Bye for now.